Let's get something to hold this. Because last time I used the pillow and it came out all muffly. It came out sounding like this. Or something like that. This should work. Oh, here we go. What's up, my friend? Look at, I needed to come on here. There you go. Good enough. I needed to come on here. I'm about to bust my afternoon set of burpees. Usually I would do the burpees first, then I would do any video. That's typically how it's been going. I like getting my vibe up. I like to be at 100. Then I come on here and I talk whatever comes to, a download I call them. Whatever comes to mind, whatever I feel that I need to deliver. Today was a little different. Today, just a little while ago, I was actually at the supermarket doing some shopping, and I got the subject that I wanted to talk about, but it was different in the sense as I was getting ready here at my home gym. Let me show you my home gym. That's it right there. That's where it goes down. Fancy. Hella fancy gym. And I was about to get to it. Oh, great. I was about to get to it. Do my burpees, maybe do part of my workout already, do some curls. I don't know. But then I just got that feeling of just do the video right now. Okay, so I am. Here we are. You hear me talk about conscience, listen to your conscience, conscience-guided life. That's ultimately, it's like, what's the ultimate? And that's probably what I'm going to title this video. It's like, what's the ultimate guide? It's a conscience-guided life. And I just got the chills. You hear me talk about exercise, diet, wake-up time, find your vices, get rid of them. That's all true. That's what got me to make so much progress in such little time. And progress beyond just, it's just internally. Confidence. How could I show you how much confidence I have? It's tough. It's just a feeling that you have. How can I tell you how much discipline I have? It's tough. You could see some receipts. I mean, I lost 45 pounds. That's some sort of a receipt. Like, wow, that takes discipline. That's the discipline that I gained. The confidence, it's a feeling. Confidence is the feeling, the way you're carrying yourself, wherever you go. That's the beauty of gaining discipline and earning confidence, is that it goes wherever you're at. Which is why your surroundings are not really how your surroundings are. Your surroundings are just a reflection of you, how you are. If things are crummy in your life right now, if you're just feeling like, man, this is mid, this is no good, it ain't life. It ain't your surroundings. It ain't your job. It ain't the relationships. It ain't the amount of money you have. It ain't the car you drive. It ain't your job. It ain't your coworkers. It ain't your boss. It ain't none of those things. All those things are just reflecting who you are. All those things is just the world trying to show you, hey, fool, this is how you feel about everything else. That's what you're projecting. That's who you are right now. It ain't the stuff. It ain't the things. It ain't the surroundings. It ain't the environment. It's you. It's just a reflection of you. You think everything's like no good? That's because whatever way you express yourself of your surroundings, it's a definition of who you are. That's all you're doing. Now, the point, listen to your conscience. Start listening to your conscience. It's that voice that's inside that's telling you what to do, what not to do. It's probably telling you something right now. I'm getting chills again. It's probably telling you something right now, which is why you're probably still watching this. These videos popping up, it's because it's triggering something inside. You didn't have to press play, but you did. You're not still here 4 minutes into it, but you are. And it's not so much what I'm telling you to do or anybody else telling you to do, because anything that I talk about or anything that anybody else talks about, well, I'll talk about me. I can't talk about anyone else. It's just what I'm feeling. I get these downloads from my conscience that says, talk about this, and I do. Or it's an experience that I had, I applied something, and it gave me a good result. Okay, I want to talk about it here, so whoever decides to listen to it, whether it's now or for who knows, however in the future this video will exist or that video will exist, if it helps them, if it answers a question, if it makes things clear, like a lot of videos did for me, it cleared a lot of stuff, and it came at the perfect time. The video existed there for a long time. It was an old video. But it came to me at that moment where I surrendered and said, I don't know what to do next. I tried. So by listening to my conscience, I'm laying out these videos. I'm laying out this message of stuff that's happened to me, like I said, stuff that's happened to me, stuff that I've solved, stuff that's worked for me, stuff that's working for me. And a lot of stuff is just information that my conscience tells me, talk about this. And it's not that I'm making it up. It's just perspectives or experiences that I've had and a result, a receipt. Look, I did it like this and it didn't work. Look, I did it like this and it's working really good. Ultimately, you could see it as just story time. Or you could, if it resonates, if it rings, if it's telling you something, that's the part right here that I want to, it's not, this is that topic that I wanted to talk about. If it rings, if it hits, if it's something that you want to try, don't so much listen to what I'm saying. Start listening to what your conscience is saying, what your conscience is telling you to do. It's all one conscience. We just all have a different relationship with it. We have the free will to not listen to it. We have the free will to listen 100% to it, to strengthen that relationship, to polish that relationship, to strengthen the voice, to clear the voice, to make it louder, to make it clearer, to know when it's coming through loud and clear with instructions and decisions. And it takes practice. There was a learning curve for me to understand. It's like, is that the self, or is that me ignoring my conscience and knowing better and thinking that I know more? Which ultimately it's seeking, pleasure seeking, instant gratification, whatever think is going to bring me more pleasure and less pain. Or you start listening to your conscience, and there's a learning curve. There is going to be like, oh, that wasn't it. How do you know when it's not it? When you feel regret afterwards. That's like you weren't listening to your conscience. You were listening to yourself. The regret is the punishment. The regret is that's not what I was telling you to do, said conscience. When you start focusing and start practicing, listening to just the basic instructions, it seems so basic sometimes, but it's the thing to do next. I'm talking do push-ups. I'm talking track your macros. I'm talking wake up at an uncomfortable time. I'm talking looking for your vice. And it all kind of like I said, it rings. It sounds good to you, but you're like push-ups? Track my food? That's just me telling you, hey, look in this direction. Then you start listening to your conscience and start taking step-by-step, baby steps in that direction. It may not be about tracking your food for you right now. Maybe it could just be stop using so much sugar. Take it instead of maybe, instead of drinking the sugary drink water. Could be. I'm not telling you what to do. Could be. It could be just little steps. And you may think, again, the self could say, that's not going to do nothing, fool. But your conscience wants you to take that step because it's a baby step and it must be taken in order to get to the next baby step. That's 2 steps. Then you got 3 and 4 and 5. Next thing you know, they're not baby steps no more. They're big kid steps. And you're making progress. Progress is impressive. Regression is disappointing. Listen to your conscience that's telling you what you need to do next. But I'm listening to you and your videos sound cool and your message and I see your progress and I like what you do. It could be a guiding voice. It could be an inspiration. It could be I listen to my conscience. I'm sharing that journey. This is where I'm at currently. As best as it could be? No way. Better than it was? For sure. Way better. A lot better. In a short period of time. Chills again. Wow. Now, keep in mind, I was trying since my early 20s, even before that, late teens, to do big things. Couldn't get past level 3 on anything I tried. In all parts, not just one part, all parts of my life. Health, wealth, love, spirituality, generosity, everything. I tried it all in all of those parts. Couldn't get it past. few months of actually applying the concept of just listen to your conscience. What follow-up question for me was like, what makes the voice of my conscience louder? I don't know if that's my conscience or not me with my crazy ideas that never worked for 100 years already. Oh, okay, good question. Want to raise the voice of your conscience? Exercise. Once, twice, 5 times a day. Push-ups, easy. No, didn't say go to the gym, didn't say that. It's just exercise. That raises the voice of your conscience. Clears up the voice. Oh, okay. But see how it's guided by one thing? Listen to your conscience. My follow-up question was, how do I raise the voice? Exercise. How do I make it louder? How do I make it clearer? Well, you want a clear connection? Modern day fasting, track your food. So instead of going on a journey in the desert because you got a lot of responsibilities, exercise. Okay. Modern day form of fasting so you can still get the proper nutrition so you can go about your daily responsibilities, track your food. So I made it louder, made it clearer. Be more grateful. How do I be more grateful? Wake up earlier. Wake up earlier so you have more time in the day to be grateful for the things that you do because you're actually doing stuff. What stuff do I do? The things you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, but you know that you should. Oh. All those things make the voice of the conscience, of my conscience, louder and clearer. That's all they did. That's why I talk about all those 4 things. Exercise, diet, wake up time, find your vices and get rid of them. You do those alone based on why, which is what I'm gonna start harping on a lot here, what I'm gonna start talking about a lot here for however amount of time I will, is to listen to your conscience. Find the voice of your conscience and pay attention to it. It's the guiding instructions, day-to-day, play-by-play instructions. It's calling the pitches. It's telling you what to throw next. We have the free will to ignore our conscience and run this operation on our own because we think we know it all, and we're capable of making choices by ourselves, or we have the free will to listen to your conscience, which is pretty cool I don't know if you'd call it a technique, concept, whatever. I don't know what to call it. Thing to do. I did it. And you have no doubt, once you start doing it once, twice, 3, 4 times, and it starts going and you start getting results, you start making progress, stuff starts feeling really good, and you have no question or no doubt whether it was the right choice, it makes things a whole lot smoother. You make a whole lot more progress. You start feeling really good. Why? Because you're doing the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, but you know that you should, which builds discipline, gains you confidence. You start just kind of guiding through life exactly where you need to go. Why? Because I'm just following the instructions. I'm just following the instructions of what I need to do moment by moment. I choose to listen to my conscience. All the other stuff that I do, very necessary. To what? To clear the voice and make it louder on my conscience so I can continue to live my purpose. What's your purpose? It's our purpose, to become the version of us that we admire and respect, our full potential.